Hello guys, it's Swiftdeathshotz again for a third video of the day, and this one's going to be a deck list I've been wanting to do for a while. It's my friend comes over called Richard, and he plays his Harpies quite a lot. I think they're still really good this format. I think they're going to be relevant at least up till the new Valiant stuff in a few weeks. I still think they're going to do fairly well, at least tier 1.5 to tier 2. So he's going to go through his deck list review. It's a little different from all the others, but we'll see what you all think, and here's just go through it starting from now.
Okay, first off we're going to go with pretty much the staples of most Harpie decks. I've got two Lady 1s and a Lady 3. Mostly for the boost, they gain 300 attack from each Harpie Lady 1 on the field, so you get two potential 1900s on the field. Harpie Lady 3 is in there just in case there's a nasty monster on the field which I need to stop from attacking me for a couple of turns, so I can ram that straight into a monster, take the damage for the first turn, but then maybe those two turns that they can't attack might save me. I've got three channelers. This is pretty much the core of the deck, the way the deck's built. I need to get these out as quick as possible. They're very versatile cards. I can get Dragasack first turn or any level 7 XYZ, because they change to level 7 when there's a dragon on the field. So you discard any Harpie card and you can get Harpie's pet dragon out, and then you can overlay straight into another, say a Dragasack. I've got three Harpie Queens. They're a bit of a throwaway card for getting Harpie's hunting ground out, or they're a 1900 beat stick, which is pretty big in a Harpie deck. Most others are a lot smaller than 1900.
There's a 21 under the field, aren't they? So they're not bad then as well.
Yeah. With the boost I can get even bigger, so you might be 24, even 26 if you've got the field spell out. They're also a discard card for Harpie Channeler. Got two Harpie Dancers. Great little cards. I can bounce them back to my hand and summon another Harpie card. If, say, I needed to get another Channeler out, I can bounce this back to my hand and get another one out. And they're pretty versatile. I can just get them straight off a Harpie's Hysteric Sign. And they're great little cards in sort of like switching situations where I can maybe bounce Corsica back onto the field. There's two Harpie's Pet Dragons. I've got these in there for targets for Channeler, so I can get Dragasack out. They're also get a boost from each Harpie that's on the field, plus 300 attack and defense, and they've got a decent defense, 2500. And again, it's mostly for use to get Dragasack out and Big Eye or any of the level 7s. Two Summoner Monks. This is a great card. I can get this on the field, I can discard a spell, say Hysteric Sign, and I can get a Channeler out, which means I can get, say, Harpie's Pet Dragon out, and I can go straight into Dragasack from this card. So, or I can get a Dancer, or any of the other Harpie cards, and I can do all sorts of things with these, and they switch to defense position. It's great. Two Dracunity Corsicas in there.
A lot of people ask why you're running Corsica, so
I use them mainly for when Channeler is on the field. I can get Channeler. It's a dragon. It's a 1-star tuner. When a dragon's on the field, Channeler goes up to level 7. I can get a level 8 synchro monster like Scrap Dragon, Stardust Dragon, or Crimson Blader. And again,
he does that actually quite a lot, believe it or not. Yeah, it goes with quite a lot, so it's not a bad little card actually, to be honest.
Got Rise of the Storm Monarchin. This is really just a beat stick card. I tribute it, I get to send one card of my opponent back to their hand, and he's 2400, so he's pretty good at taking down some of the monsters that you can encounter. But he's pretty much there as a beat stick. He doesn't have any other purpose other than attacking something that might potentially hurt my deck. Okay, I've got this card in there. I run 3 Dark World dealings. I can drop this into the graveyard off Dark World, and I can get to special summon him back to the field. Again, he's a beat stick. I can get him and potentially take out something that's killing off my harpies. So he's not bad in there at all. Two Maxis. Pretty obvious why they're in there. Anyone starts going special summoning, I drop one of those, start drawing. Great little cards. And in desperate situations, you know, face down defense might save you for a turn or two.
Onto the spells now.
Okay. 2 Harpie's Hunting Ground. I can get them out quite quickly, or off Harpie Queen, or they're a throwaway for Summoner Monk, so I can get something else out, maybe get my Harpie Channel out. But again, the great thing about this card, every time I summon a Harpie, I get to pop something on the opponent's back row, and you know, great little card. I can wipe out an entire back row. Say if they've got 3 or 4 back row down there, I can pretty much take them all out.
Why just the 2? Why don't you run the full 3?
I don't think the 3 would work very as great, because I've got I don't know, I think the options for 2 is probably the right balance, because I can get them out in so many different ways. I can drop the Harpie Queen, or I can drop Hysteric Sign and I can get it out that way, so I think 2's probably about right. Free Hysteric Sign. This is the other staple in this deck. You can bounce, you can throw this away pretty much any way you want to. You can destroy it using Harpie's Hunting Ground. You can get an Elegant Egotist out, or in the end phase, if this is destroyed, you can get 3 Harpie monsters to your hand. It's absolutely fantastic card. Absolutely recommended in pretty much any Harpie deck at all. There's so many ways of getting them in the graveyard. You can throw them away off for Summoner Monk, or you can discard them off Channeler, all sorts of different ways. I run 3 Egotist. I can get both of my Harpie Lady 1s and the Harpie Lady 3 out, and then I can start going off into, say, Lightning Chidori, or Mage Stroke, Ice Beast Seraphane, or Phantasmal Dragon, or I can throw it away as a cost for Summoner Monk. Dark World Dealings lets me draw, discarding a card. So if I'm in a tight spot, I get to draw a card as the opponent gets to draw a card, and we both discard one. I can, say, drop a Hysteric Sign off from as a cost for one of these, getting my 3 Harpies at the end of the turn.
Yeah, he's done that quite a bit actually. It works out fairly well.
Or I can drop that if I'm in a tight spot, and I can special summon him back. It's pretty versatile. You know, I can draw a card. It's great. What's not to like?
Would you prefer to run that, or would you prefer to run the Magical Hat variant?
I think this works quite well in this build, because I'm discarding, you know, Sign or something like that. I think it works quite well. MST, even though the Harpie's Hunting Ground lets me pop back rows, I might be in a tight situation where I really need to kill something quite quickly. It's pretty easy to get, you know, destroying that, maybe that vital card that's going to help me win the duel.
He also pops his Sign as well with it sometimes, which is really quite a problem because it's +3 first turn, which can be a pain.
Dark Hole. It's pretty easy to understand why it's in here. Just wipe out the field, possibly, you know, able to reset, and maybe I can then play Hysteric Party and get it all back in the battle phase, so that I've got a clear field to attack from. You know, it's a great card.
This is in my opinion, we're into the traps now, and this is my opinion, the next card is the most broken card in my opinion of the deck by a long, long way. And that card is 3 Hysteric Party.
I've got 3 of them. This is pretty much the most fantastic card. If I'm stuck and I have, say, 1 Harpie in my hand, I can discard that as a cost effect and then get these 3, get all of my Harpies back from my graveyard, you know, in the battle phase as well, so I can do it attack, and then say if I clear his field or if I have Dark Hold, I can then pretty much do an OTK. It's absolutely fantastic. It's pretty hard to get around, but it's fantastic. You can just pretty much wipe someone out. Three Fiendish Chain. It's basically so that if I'm stuck with a big monster on the field and I don't have anything on the field, or I'm in a tight situation, I can stop them from attacking and stop some effects from going off. It is a delay. It allows me to start off maybe the next turn I can Hysteric Party or something. It's a great blocker to stop my opponent from pretty much ruining my day. Also, if there's a monster that's, you know, above 1900 attack and I don't have any in my boosts, most of my Harpies are below that, so I can stop a big monster from attacking and save my Harpies from any damage or you know, just pretty much ruin my opponent's day.
And then they've just got the main 3 staples, which are the TT, the Compulse, and of course Solemn, because these are of course everything staples, nice and easy to run. So that's basically the main deck. So we're going to have a quick look at the extra deck and see what it runs in there.
Okay, let's start off with the XYZs. 2 Lightning to Jewelry. Really easy to get out in this deck. There's so many level 4 winged beast monsters. I can pretty much get them out almost all the time. Say if I use a Hysteric Party, I can go straight into Lightning Chidori. There's loads of ways of getting them out. If I've got Harpie Dancer or Harpie Channeler, I can use Harpie Channeler's effect and get that extra winged beast monster that I need. And it's fantastic. As soon as you play it, one of their set cards goes to the bottom of their deck. The effect sending 1 material, I get to send a face-up card back to their hand, back to the top of their deck, sorry. And yeah, I run 2 just in case, you know, 1 gets killed. Well, I've got another one just in case I need to get another big monster off the field so I can attack directly. Two Harpies Pet Phantasmal Dragons. This is a fantastic card. It's a high cost. I have to use 3 level 4 winged beast monsters to get him out, but as soon as he's out I can attack directly for 2000, or if I've got a boost, say if I've got Harpie's Pet Lady 1, gets another 300 attack, and also it can't be targeted by attacks or can't be targeted by traps or spells, so he sticks around for a long time. He protects my other Harpies as well, so you know, he can stop most things from destroying my monsters, and he's a great little card. And 2 of them, you know, in case 1 gets destroyed, I can get another, or I can get 2 out, you know, direct attack for 4k.
The other 2 rank 4s he runs are Maestroke and Xerophane.
Maestroke, pretty much a standard blocker, just in case I'm in a tight situation. Again, they're all pretty much a level 4 target, so it's great. He's not going to get destroyed for a couple of turns unless he gets really unlucky. This one is fantastic. I can negate all the effects of face-up cards on my opponent's side of the field, and he gets an additional 200 attack. Yep. For each face-up card on the field, so that's my side my opponent's side. So he can be, 4,000, 3,000 attack, and he can negate all the effects. So it's absolutely fantastic card.
And then he mainly rounds rank 7s, and those are Gaia for piercing damage. He's got a big eye, of course, take control, and then Dragossack, because Dragossack's amazing. So that's the XYZs. Nice and straightforward on those three. So Synchros are next. One's a Catasta, because everyone should run Catasta on the 5s, but the next one's quite interesting for the level 5. Why do you run the Vortex?
He's pretty easy to get out. I just use one of the Corsicas and any of the level 4 Harpie monsters, and if he's destroyed by battle, I get to then special summon another level 4 winged beast from my deck, and I can recycle. Say he's bigger than most of my Harpies. If he gets destroyed by battle, I can get maybe a Channeler out, and then I can go off into a Dragossack or something like that. He's quite useful in some situations. He's not the biggest, and he's, if he gets destroyed by card effects, he can be a bit of a liability. But if he's destroyed by battle, I could ram him into a bigger attack monster and destroy him, and get my level 4, and then go off into a Dragossack or a Big Eye or something like that. Got an Ancient Fairy Dragon. Sometimes can be good to get out. I can then pop my own fill spell, or if they've got a fill spell, I can pop theirs and get my fill spell to my hand. He gains 1,000. I gain 1,000 life points if he pops, and he can also special summon one level 4 monster from my hand that turn. If he does, he can't attack. He's a 3,000 defense, so he's pretty good at blocking. So he's a pretty good card, and he lets me cycle my fill spells.
And then level 8s basically are all the basic ones. Scrap Dragon, Crimson Blader, because Blade's still good, and then Stardust, of course, for protection.
Yeah.
So that's the extra deck, that's the main deck. How are you finding it overall? Are you finding that you want to change anything? Are you liking how you're playing at the moment? If you change anything, what would you change?
Oh no, I actually quite like the way it plays at the moment. It's not the strongest deck, but it's a lot of fun, because you can get a Dragossack first turn, and that's a lot of fun. There's lots of variable ways of getting things done, and just being able to pop back rows with, at will, it's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I can stop an awful lot of nasty things from going off with it, and yeah, just the fact that I can either destroy my opponent's back row, or I can send them back to the hand, or stop them from summoning, or doing all sorts of different things. It's a really versatile deck, and there's loads of different ways of playing it, and it's a hell of a lot of fun.
Okay guys, this is another Swiftdeathshotz deck profile for you. I found my friend Richard.
Right.
Leave any comments below, and thank you Richard for the deck profile. I'll be doing some more videos in the next few days, so keep your eyes up. See you soon guys.